Hello everybody, my name's Drew and welcome back to more Feed the Beast. Hope you guys are doing great on this delightful Thursday. Happy Christmas Eve to each and every one of you. It is in fact Christmas Eve. That's weird. Is it weird that I'm somehow managing to play Feed the Beast on like one half of Christmas again? Because I'm pretty sure my Christmas Day episode was Feed the Beast last year and I built a tree, if I remember correctly. Anyway, welcome guys. We're going to be doing something new today. As you can clearly see, this is all very, very new, right? The hallway only went to here last time we were playing. Well, it goes all the way to here now, and now here is a very large open room that's really not even a room. It's kind of just a thing. Yeah. So one of the things that we've talked about several times over the course of this series is the inclusion of the different magic mods. Now we know we've got Botania, which I seriously do neglect, but we will be doing more to Botania stuff in the future. For sure we will, because there's a lot of neat toys that we can play with and do some fun experiments. However, some of the things that I'd like to work with could use a little bit of a boost. And in that vein, we're also talking about some stuff from Thaumcraft and what we're going to be working on today. I hope that my explanation is not too rambly, and my voice is kind of going on me. But we're going to be working on blood magic. That's right, the long-awaited return of blood magic is upon us, and that's why I built this big, gigantic, ridiculously large room. I'm going to actually build a full blood magic blood altar. Not today, because it will take us a while to get up to that point. But I wham. Yeah, well, I take two. I am going to be building the basic threadbare version of the altar today. And I wanted to clear this out and get it all set up before so that, we're not having an episode of me digging through all of this. Instead, you guys are going to get just the straight up business of building a blood altar. And to do that, we're going to start by sleeping once the sun goes down. Because this is a very large open space where monsters can spawn. And I don't know about you, I kind of don't want to build with a whole bunch of creepers up in my business. So we are going to do a couple things. But let's make the blood altar first of all. So we want to make a blood altar. This is the capstone. This is what you need in order to get started. This guy right here. Fairly easy to make, unlike other versions of this we've seen, like in Agrarian Skies. Just do 4 bits of stone, some gold, a diamond, and a furnace. And I have all of that in our system, which, by the way, looking pretty full over here. And this drive is almost completely full of at least empty drives, right? We've got a lot of storage space. This is chewing away. I upgraded this. Oh, man. So I finally figured out why we had the pump upgrade, and it was doing literally dick. It was doing nothing at all. So I figured it out. We needed a wooden fluid pipe in order to transfer into our void pipes. So in order to make sure this transfers really quickly and we actually get all of those liquids gone, I put 3 of these pipes going into 2 void pipes. So we should be pretty good in theory with getting rid of stuff. Oh, and I'll go downstairs. I'll show you something as well. I'm forgetting all these things I've been working on. I put in 2 new tanks and started sprucing this room up a little bit. As you can see, I gotta finish fixing this wall and stuff up. But these 2 tanks will get used at a later date. I'm gonna be collecting oil and fuel, largely because we can, and it's something else to do. And I wanted to compare the amount of power generation versus, say, our steam ridiculous thing and just our straight up nuclear power. Now, I did discover a way to make these a little more efficient, these steam boilers, and that is using a fire charge. Are they called fire charge? No, firestone. A firestone from Railcraft, but they're a little difficult to get as they can only be found in the nether at the bottom of lava lakes. So we have to drain out a lava lake, and thankfully we have a pump going, and I went and got another pump that is literally just dumping lava into nothingness. It's just deleting the lava as it goes. So we'll see how long that takes to to clear that out, but we won't busy ourselves with that. Now, blood altar. Blood altars are really interesting. There's a number of different ways we can use them. We are going to need some other stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself. So if you're... Come on. Hit the button. Here you go. We need to make ourselves a sacrificial dagger. So I'm going to go at blood magic. So here's all the stuff we can build with blood magic. And the number one thing we need to get our hands on immediately is a weak blood orb. And in order to do that, we're going to need... Well, we can't make any runes yet, but we can make a blood altar. And we're going to need a dagger of sacrifice. Or a sacrificial orb. I will take the sacrificial orb. So there's our sacrificial orb. Your first prick. That's slightly rude. We're going to go over here and we're going to put our blood altar down. Just because I want to get a little bit started. And we're going to toss the orb there. And now we're going to grab our blood orb. Or sacrifice, sorry. Orb of sacrifice. I'm going to stand pretty much on top of here. And I'm going to sacrifice some of my life force. I would recommend having some potions to restore your health if you want to get a lot of blood very quickly. As you can see, it takes about a half a heart per usage, or a full heart in this case. Sorry, there is one that takes half a heart. And it's a good way to kill yourself. That's all I'm saying here. But there is ways to get... There it is. We want to get some heart containers. These will allow us to greatly increase our life force. At least that's the plan. We'll do that eventually. But for now, this is fine. So we've got some blood in there. I do need a diamond. And I don't remember how many life points this takes to make one of these. I think it's only a 500 or 1,000 life points. And unfortunately, we have no way of testing this initially, other than to hope for the best. So we're going to put this guy in there. You can see it's going to start absorbing the blood, and it's got these little particle effects that swirl around the top. Let's grab our sacrifice orb. And the idea is, we have no idea what the capacity of the altar or the diamond requirements. So what we're going to do is we're pretty much just going to sit here, and every so often we're going to sacrifice just a little bit to make sure that we're not going to run out of blood. Now, it's not the end of the world if you do run out of blood, because it'll just kind of be a waste. However, if you're quick about it, you can kind of keep it going and not worry too much. It won't instantly remove all progress. It's sort of a timed kind of thing that goes down. But we should be good. There's plenty of blood in there. And this will give us access to our blood orb, which will allow us to make some runes. Perfect. Thank you very much. So we have our now weak blood orb. Now, if I wanted to make, let's see, I wanted to make a blood magic. The first and most important sigil that you're going to need is a divination sigil. And to make this, we will need a blank slate. And blank slates are made by putting one piece of stone into your blood altar. So let's go and get some stone. And then we'll actually make the altar, because you want to be able to read what you're doing. No, I want to go over here. And for when you are building these altars your own selves, there is really two ways of doing this. You can bury the altar, kind of like what I was doing in Agrarian Skies, right? Like the altar was not fully above ground. I didn't account for how big the... Oh, shit. See, there you go. There's the... we're having a problem. And there it stopped. So you can see right there that takes quite a bit of blood in order to make this work. Now, as I was saying, there is two ways of kind of making blood orbs or blood magic altars. And one is going to be buried underground. The other is built it above ground. We'll be building ours above ground. So that's why we have this gigantic bloody space. Let's go. I want sigil. We want, where are you? Sigil the blood lamp. This is something that I wanted to build. This is one of the reasons I wanted to get blood magic going, because this is going to be really, really cool, and I will explain it more when the time comes. But I need this guy right here. Oop, I'll take that. And that gives us our weak blood orb back. There we go. Now if I click our divination sigil, it tells us that we currently have 0 LP in our soul network. And that's because we haven't used our blood orb at all. And we have approximately 800 LP in our altar. Not bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick thing here. I'm going to kill myself a little bit. That gives us how much? Perfect. We have 1,000 and... Perfect. Okay, so we want to make another one of these. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break the blood altar. And we're going to get started on actually building our thing. Now, unfortunately, when you break your blood altars, keep in mind that you lose whatever life points are stored within the altar. So your best bet is if you have extra, just toss your blood orb in and let that absorb. So I believe what we need to do here is put the altar in the middle here, and we're going to put it up 4 blocks with the blood altar being the 5th, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the blood altar should be the 5th block up. Like that. And now our first row of runes, when we do make them, will go like this. All right, everybody remembers from Agrarian's Guides, if you've watched it, this is where we started, right? We have 7 or 8 runes with a blood altar. These are obviously not runes, they're just stone, and therefore placeholders, but you get the idea. And what we're going to do is we're going to build this out and build the actual framework of our altar, and then over time replace the non-altar components with actual components and runes. Like we're going to need some sacrifice runes and capacity runes and all that kind of stuff. So let's go over here. And I was thinking about using fantasy blocks. For whatever reason, I kind of picture blood magic as not being nearly as dark as Thaumcraft is. I don't know why. I picture blood magic as being definitely darkness, but not like the same kind of thing. Like you're dealing with blood, for God's sakes. But at the same time, you're also dealing with... like it feels like it should be opulent. Like it's some sort of grand cult, like the Aztecs or something. And although it's a very dark kind of thing that's going on, you do have sort of this ridiculous, over-the-top, opulent look to things. So we're using these purpled fantasy blocks and gold and all that kind of stuff. And I need marble, I think, is what I wanted. So we're going to grab marble. And then I'm going to make stairs out of it. Can I make marble stairs? Let's find out. Marble. Oh, I can. Ooh, 2 different types. Light creeper and dark creeper. Do I like the dark creeper or the light creeper? I like the dark creeper. Or I can make them with gold. Ooh, the gold stairs look cool too. I might go with that. So let's grab a whole bunch of marble. Which we do in fact have a whole ton of marble. Grab all you. Ooh, that was my phone. Thank you, phone. And I want... Okay, let's get rid of the lantern. I don't need you. I don't need those. And the Botanica book can go. Britannia. Is it Britannia? It is Britannia. I keep calling it Botanica for some reason. Who knows? Okay, so we got that. Got all those. We do need our chisel. Ooh, and that's getting low on health, isn't it? Okay, so we got the chisel. And we're going to build out the altar. So this is, if we all remember, our first tier, right? This will be the initial runes that we're going to build. Now, the second tier is going to go 2 blocks out and 1 down. So, while that sounds really confusing, all it is going to have a blank space. So let's put... Okay, we're going to need to sleep again. Let's actually make this happen. So let's grab you, and we're going to say... Let's try the gold. Let's try the gold one out. I want to know what this looks like. I'm hoping this actually looks pretty good. And then, ooh, look, lots of chicken. Nice. And then we'll take a look at what that actually looks like. So what I'm thinking is we'll have a row of stairs, and then we'll put the next row down, and so on and so forth. And then you don't necessarily need to keep the structure hollow, I don't think. But no, you don't, because ours had other blocks. As long as there's no conflicting block, like you couldn't put runes in the middle of the pyramid that you're going to be making, right? Sort of stands to reason. Okay. So we're going to go over here. And we're going to go around this block like this. Not like that, because that doesn't make any kind of sense. Drew, what are you doing? Whatever, I'll fix that after. Wait, can I fix that? I don't know that I can fix that. Oh, I can fix it. Nice. I can rotate it, and that's it, eh? Well, that's annoying. You know, I don't know that I like that. No, I don't like that. Those are ugly. Good thing I discovered this now. Let's change these. Let's go with the dark creeper stairs. Oh yeah, much better. I like that. All right. That's a good call. God damn it. Yeah, no, that's good. I like the dark creeper. So we're going to go with those as our stairs. Every time they don't want to go where they belong. Okay, and there. So there's our first kind of layer. So now we'll take one of these. And now you remember, the runes don't go around the corners. So keep that in mind when you're designing your altars, that the runes don't actually go around the corners themselves. They only line up with the stairs, right? The corners themselves will actually be a different block. We're going to put pillars in those. So I'll go like that. Like this and like that. So in the corners there'll be pillars with glowstone on top. And I'm going to try and get to a tier 2 altar as quickly as we can. Now above this, for our source of blood, that was what I was having kind of some thoughts about. Instead of using a MFR spawning system, what I might use is the lesser used in my series Ender IO powered spawners, because I don't think they need mob juice. I think they just need power. Like, I'm relatively certain that's all they need. And if that is the case, if that is indeed the truth, that would be really good for us. Now let's grab some more marble. We're going to make some columns. Now, I don't know that these have columns. Does not look like they have columns. Really? Well, that's interesting. Can I make a column with marble? Marble pillar. How does one make? Well, that's marble. Oh, okay. So I gotta. Okay, I see. Hold on. Let's go make ourselves some pillars, and then there's lots of different variations on pillars. I understand. I was really confused for like a half second there. I was like, but you just said there was no pillar in the list. Okay, so we're gonna go like that. We have got way too much stuff in our inventory. Let's get rid of these fantasy blocks for now, and some of this stone. Okay, so let's grab the pillars. And I really liked just a straight up pillar like that. Because these are going to be capped, right? These will actually be different. So we're going to go over here and say, now these are only 2 blocks up, if I remember correctly. Let me look at the map here. Yeah. sorry, 2 blocks up from the base. So we'll go like this. Oh, come on. If I would stop misclicking, that'd be fantastic. And then the glowstone will go on top of those. And we're just going to go right to the bottom here, just so we've got something to build off of, more or less. Okay. This is looking pretty good. This is going to be our tier 2 altar. Right? Now tier 3 altar. That alone is a tier 1. The first layer is tier 2. This is tier 3. Tier 4 gets a little bigger if we remember from our stuff. So we're going to go 2 blocks out and 1 block down in this case. So we're going to go a little further out. And in this case, we're going to grab, if I go out 2 like this and 1 block down. Is that it? Oh no, I guess it's the same pattern, isn't it? Yeah. What am I talking about? I have no idea. I'm rambling. Please ignore the man behind the curtain, as I want to say. So that gotta go like that, because that'll be 2 blocks down and 2 blocks out, or whatever. Like this. We'll go around. Oh, I am out of... You know what we need? We need to move one of those construction things closer. But I tell you what. I'm going to finish this up here, and then we'll come back in a little bit, and we'll continue with trying to make a few runes before the day ends. So I shall see you guys in a moment. Alright, folks, we're pretty much done with the building of the altar, and we're going to do some interesting work to it in just a half second, and I'll show you what I came up with. Let's stuff all this extra stuff back in there. Actually, we will need... That's andesites. We will need stone. Don't know why that happens with the T. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Let me go ahead and grab some stone. 1 will do fine. And we're going to grab... What else did I need? I needed something else. Oh. Do I have... No, I don't have a guide block yet. Okay, so we're going to grab ourselves a guide block. And that'll be apparent in just a moment why. So this is what the tier 5 altar will look like in roundabout sense. Now, obviously, there will be something that goes here, and I've used cobble to represent the end caps for this, what will be eventually the tier 5. We're not going to bother with tier 6, at least at this point. We could easily do it. Tier 6 just ends up a little bit lower, and I don't really think that there's anything we're going to be building that requires tier 6, at least for the stuff that I actually want to build. Tier 5 will be kind of the max. Anything that is made with smooth stone will eventually become a blood rune, and then later upgraded into different runes like the rune augmented capacity, speed, anything like that. Now, in order to make this room look more interesting, I'm going to go ahead and drop the guide block right here. Actually, hold on. Let me grab that for half a second. Can I change you? Maybe not. I thought I could change this. How do I change this shape, though? It's in sphere mode. Cylinder mode. That's what I wanted. So if it's in cylinder mode and I tell it to go in the middle. No, in the middle. And it's not visible for some reason. I wonder why. So we'll make it going, because our whole rune size here is 17 by 17. So then go like by 20 by 20. So we'll go 20 that direction. Nope, we're going to go this way. And for some reason this is not visible. I don't know why. That's interesting. Maybe I got to put it on the ground or something. This should work. Evidently not. All right, well, whatever. I know more or less what I want to do here. We're going to end up putting, spoiler alert, we're going to put a cylinder of a room around this, and then I'll get rid of the flooring and stuff that we don't need. But this is the design of our blood altar, more or less. Now, let's go ahead and see what we can do about getting this to tier 2. Real quick. So we want some blood runes. In order to make a blood rune, we will need kind of a bit of stuff. We're going to need a bunch of blank slates. And we need 8 to start with, which means we need 16 slates. We have 1. And that's kind of a problem. So that's going to take us a while to do. But that's fine. So the basic process is, and I'm just going to show you guys how this works. As already you guys are familiar with, you sacrifice yourself a little bit. Blood goes into the thing, into the altar, and eventually you will end up with a slate. Now, be careful though, because if you leave the slate in there, let's see if it starts to do it. Yeah, probably not, because it's a tier 1. When you have higher tier altars, be careful, because the slates will eventually start to transmute into their higher properties, which, being that we'll eventually have a tier 5, if you're not paying attention, that slate can become a demonic slate very, very quickly, and you might not need a demonic slate, and you can't go back. I'm really annoyed that that's not working. At any rate, we'll put that in there, and then I'll show you how to make an actual thing. Be careful not to kill yourself, because it is a real danger with the sacrificial orb if you're not paying attention. Now, what I'm going to do above here is I'm going to put a spawn chamber of some kind. I'm not sure how we want to make this work, because we could... I need a zombie spawner. I don't know if they have any. I'll have to go caving and see what I come up with. I need to make some regeneration potions. That would be a big difference. Ah, come on, don't die on me. Yeah, it's not enough. Fine. But you guys get the idea. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a blood rune slate, and we'll call this guy a day. Just to get you the idea of what the blood runes will look like. So it's pretty straightforward. You put that guy there, your weak blood orb, or whatever blood orb you're using. Now, do be careful, because sometimes you will need to use a specific blood orb. And just because it's a low tier recipe doesn't mean that you can just throw your master blood orb in. It actually does want the weak blood orb. But this is what the blood runes will look like, more or less. Drink water. Okay. We'll go over here and we can go. This will do literally nothing, because we're going to slot it in here, but give you the idea. Oops. It looked like that. I mean, they're relatively the same texture. I think they're actually just flipped textures, to be honest. Or more or less the same. But yeah, so this will all be blood runes. Eventually they'll be upgraded to better types of blood runes. Now, one of the things to note is that these pillars, like I was saying, can be any block. You can make them with glass if you desired. I wanted to put pillars, so they're pillars in my case. These glowstone bricks on the top have to be glowstone. They can't be glowstone bricks. They can't be chiseled glowstone. They have to be au natural glowstone. Don't make a mistake that I did the first time I was building an altar as well. This row of runes stays even with the pillar, not with the edge of the stairs. So you'll need to put some spacer blocks. I put glowstone bricks in order to provide some light. You need to come out one extra row before you go down for the tier 5. And you can see, just to kind of make this a little more opulent, I put these gold-centered texture ones, and then just had the regular kind of embossed texture going around there. And then here's our bottom row. Now, what's going to go here, believe it or not, will be some beacons, and that will be what makes our tier 5 altar. And it will be pretty cool, because we're gonna make a tier 5 pretty quickly. As soon as I get the ability to get some monsters coming in here using a spawn system of some kind, I'm going to pretty much set it to just auto kill them using a dagger sacrifice, kind of like what I was doing near the end of Agrarian Skies. At least that way it will keep our altar well fed at all times. and we can just absorb stuff into our network of soul, our blood network. Is it soul network? I can never remember. I think it's soul network is what they call it. Do make sure that when you're using stuff, remember that it becomes bind to you. So this is a weak blood orb, but if I shift click, it's now owned by me. And that's important for when you're doing rituals, because rituals will bind to the person that creates them. Keep that in mind. Don't forget that. That's what I had a problem with in Agrarian Skies. But at any rate, guys, this is sort of the starts of our blood magic adventure. We're going to be continuing with this next episode for sure, to have no fear. And we'll see where we get with it. Next episode, I'm aiming to have at least a tier 3 altar up and running by the end of next episode. So I'm going to focus on getting the spawn system up and running. Which, on that note, do we have broken? We do have some broken spawners. We have skeleton, cave spider, and zombie. Oh, we do have a zombie. So what we can do with this, just before we go off, let's take a look here. So with a soul binder, let's see right here. So you got soul vials with a broken spawner equals a broken. Wait, what? No. I think that can't be right. It must be. It's no, that can't be right. What about powered spawn? How do I make a powered spawner? Powered spawner. Empty Enderman chicken. Empty. What do you do? And then how do I make an Enderman one? Same difference, I guess. Can we make this? Oh, almost. What do we need to make you? Hold up. We're gonna do this real quick. Fabric crystals. Oh yeah, I can probably do this. Do you? Wait, can I not make that? Oh, do I not have any emeralds? Oh, no. Okay, so I got to go find some emeralds somewhere. Looks like I got some trading to do, kids. All right, well, whatever. That's fine. I'll do that between episodes, but we'll make a powered spawner, and we'll go on that route. At any rate, guys, this is the end of the episode, as I was saying. As usual, you know the drill. You guys can leave a like if you are enjoying the episode, because that always helps me out tremendously. Of course, you can find other work I have done in the description box below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.